video, we're going to continue looking through the enVision's Algebra 2 math book. In this video, we're going to look at topic 5, lesson 4, example 1, where we're going to solve an equation with one radical. So we're going to solve a radical equation. Again, just to remind you, an equation has two sides, each on opposite ends of an equal sign. So equation, equal, and we could only solve equations. We cannot solve expressions because there's no equal sign for that. So the equation we're going to look at is the square root of x plus 5 minus 1, and this is going to be equal to 3. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I do want to try to get this square root or this radical isolated. I want to isolate it on one side of the equation while having all other values on the other side of the equation. So in my case, I'm going to isolate it to the left-hand side while continuing to have all my other values on the right. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so one rule that I know is that when I do something to one side, I have to do to the other side. And in this case, I'm going to square the left side. So I'm going to have to square the right side. What I'm left with is x plus 5 equals 4 squared, which is 16. All right, so now it's pretty straightforward from here. I isolate x by subtracting 5 from each side, and I get x is equal to 11. So the solution to the radical equation is 11. Pretty straightforward. Let's try another one. Let's try the cubed root of x plus 2. And this is going to be equal to the value of 4. Again, isolate my radical, so I'm going to subtract 2 from each side. I now have the cubed root of x equals 2. Again, what I do to one side, I have to do the other. So the thing that I'm going to do to the left is I'm going to cube it so that I can eliminate this cubed root. So now we're left with x equals 2 cubed, or x equals 8. So the solution to my problem here is 8. Another thing, when we start looking for solutions, another thing that we should do is you should always substitute that value back in, just to make sure that it does work. Let's see, the cubed root of 8 is 2. 2 plus 2 does equal 4, so we're good. You should always check your answers, especially with solutions, because remember when we were talking about the domain and range of a radical, there are certain values that that an even number root cannot have. There's a certain domain that we cannot breach. So always make sure that you're checking to make sure that the values given make sense for the problem and do actually work for the problem. All right, so I will see you in the next video. Kind of feel at the end of these, I should start saying, make sure you like and subscribe to my videos. But nah, all right, we'll see you in the next video.